Hello, and welcome back to Let's Stream Grounded. This video and the previous one are highlight clips rather than raw streams, because my audio input settings got messed up and I ended up sounding like I'm recording from a different room. It's no good. So without further ado, let's see the important bits of this 6-hour session. Early in the stream, I expanded our zipline network so we could more easily access the Moldorc Highlands. Kitkat discovered the Castle Moldorc Playset.
Even with all the innocent people he killed in Moldorc's revenge, it really seems like he might just be a monster. But I guess everything is open to interpretation.
Wasn't really looking for commentary.
I had an absolutely flawless battle against this Black Ox beetle. Didn't take a single hit. That's it, I just wanted to show off my amazing skills. After my big victory, I was feeling quite capable and decided to take on a Black Widow, alone. That was a mistake. Luckily, Kitkat came to my rescue, and we were victorious. The loot included Super Spider Venom, which taught us Widow Dagger, Widow Spalder, and Super Venom Arrow. It also included Black Widow Fang, which taught us Widow Hood, Widow Leggings, Black Widow Mount, Black Widow Lingwall Mount, Stuffed Black Widow, and Stuffed Black Widow Ling. After exploring the area for a while, we decided to build our own bridge to Castle Moldorc, which is what you have to do, by the way. We found a number of interesting things, including a new SCA.B OS. Unfortunately, as I've come to expect, it was terrible. We did experience a few difficulties while exploring, but check out this really well-timed rescue.
Thanks for saving me.
We also found our first Moth. And I discovered that it hits very, very hard. Kitkat found a button. And deep beneath Castle Moldorc, we found a mysterious lab. There might have been a better way to reach this raw science, I don't know, but I decided to engineer a solution. I further expanded our zipline network so that we could more easily access the upper grasslands. We eventually made our way back to the full-sized SCA.B. In order to learn Dr. Tully's whereabouts, we had to bust open the back and insert a replacement fuse.
SCA.B online. Transferring biometric data. Wendell Tully. Biometric data transfer complete. Audio file downloaded. Dr. Wendell Tully. Title: Goodbye.
Hello, my SCA.B-wearing friend. I do not know who you are or how you came by this message, but please tell them I tried. Tell Trudy, Thor, my little Sarah. Tell the world. The sun is setting on our yard and it brings back so many memories. Sitting in this chair, my favorite chair, my thinking chair, I fear this may be the last time I lay eyes on such a beautiful sight. I'm nearly out of time. My body shrivels more with each passing day. Even my SCA.B can barely fit on my bony wrist. The spacer, my greatest achievement, a disaster. The final chapter in the book of my many failures. Perhaps in solitude, free from my family, from Burgle, from Ominent, perhaps I can finally find a cure to this damnable reasoning. So, this will be my last adventure into the miniature world. I leave the warmth of the sun and embrace the unknown. I'll either find the answer or shrivel in the darkness below. To my lab underneath the shed. This is Dr. Wendell Tully, signing off. Goodbye.
Perhaps we should make camp for the night?
Back at the ziggurat, Pete needed to sleep off a status ailment he got from drinking poop water.
Please don't move, and look straight ahead. I promise you won't feel a thing.
It's a go for molecular reduction. Spacer is primed.
Where you are going, all your worries will seem so small.
for a nightmare. What was that?
I had a nightmare too. And I remember every bit of it. An ominous logo and a fancy spacer. A spacer that was pointed directly at me.
At us?
This changes everything. Maybe Burgle will understand what's going on.
So we consulted Burgle.
It is nice to see a friendly face around here. How can I help you today?
I had a weird dream.
I'm afraid Dr. Tully did not program me for dream analysis, but I will do my best. Was it perhaps about electric beef? I have always wanted to have that dream. Why don't you describe your dream for me?
I was shrunk in an ominent facility.
Aha! That confirms it. There are 2 spacers, just as Dr. Tully surmised. One in the yard and one at Ominent. He had a hunch that they continued his work on the spacer after he stopped working for them. It all computes. I do not believe these are just dreams. These are surely your memories. But perhaps they only return to you as dreams. So, Ominent shrunk you, and now you are here. I am pretty sure you are not an Ominent secret agent. I was JKing. That was a test. You passed. So if you are not an Ominent agent, why would they be shrinking children? Surely I have no idea. Yet another puzzle for us to solve. On the plus side, your memories must be slowly returning. If you have another dream, please come again. How can I be of assistance?
Maybe not.
How can I help you today?
And since we were there anyway, I found an auxiliary chip.
Ah, more chips. Thank you. Hand it over and let us see what I can remember. Much better. Check the ASL Terminals Science Shop for the new recipes.
We also did battle with another Black Widow. And this time I tunk it. After a little exploration, we discovered the entrance to the Undershed Lab. One of the first things we found in there was this frostbitten recipe. A note detailing how to harness the natural refrigeration powers of ice caps mints to preserve food. That taught us how to create fresh storage. Right after that, we found a tape called Going Dark.
Working in the dark is playing tricks on my mind. I fear every shadow, hear whispers in the silence. But most of all, I miss my family. Ah, Trudy and her crooked grin. The way she rolled her eyes at my dumb jokes. Sarah, my little angel. How she would jump into my arms every time I walked through the door after work. And Thor. Thor and his obsession of the month. What was the last one? Castle Moldorc? No. It was Mance. Dad, what do you mean I don't need Mant minis? Have you seen them? Do you even know what a Mant is? It's so rad, Dad. A barbarian, an insectoid warrior with the mind of a human. Wait a minute. An insect with a human mind. I wonder if... No, stop it, Wendell. The darkness is giving you strange notions again. You need to focus on the task at hand. Reasoning. Raw science. The key is here. It must be.
Obviously, we found that a bit concerning. We continued our descent and saw that the undershed was huge. This field station in the Undershed contained a tape called Raw Storage.
Raw science storage of this magnitude is tricky. It's imperative to keep it cool and out of the sun. Luckily, this crawl space is the perfect environment for both. Once the lab is complete, I can begin my trials of direct raw science infusion. I must know whether this byproduct particle originates from the subject or the process, as I originally assumed. The only way to know for sure is to infuse myself with, variable doses. Dangerous? Quite. But it must be done, or I am doomed. If I can replenish these rogue particles in my body, perhaps I can finally reverse this raisinification.
Yeah, so by this point, we're getting pretty freaked out. It's just as well, because by then we had been streaming for about 6 hours and we were out of inventory space and steam, so we decided to pack it up and finish exploring the Undershed in the next stream. On the way back to the ziggurat, however, I got distracted and found myself exploring a giant larva cave. Yay! Here I am doing that. Luckily, I noticed the audio input issue shortly after this and had it fixed by the next stream. So thanks for watching. I'll see you then.